The Blind Path.
Hello and welcome to Plant Path Podcast today, your choice hub for book reviews and insightful conversations in education. My name is Oluwatosi Mugbadu Ade. I'm your host on the show. The show is brought to you courtesy of Plant Path Consult, your choice hub for everything education. Alright, so this episode is dedicated to the celebration of Family Day in Canada. I mean, for all my people in Ontario, Iana, Ontario, Alberta, and all of Manitoba, you understand? All my Canada people. I mean, somebody said that Canada is the headquarters of Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians, like youth, want to travel to Canada. All right, so let's go right into today's episode. Okay, so Family Day is celebrated on the third Monday of in February of every year. It's a day dedicated. It's also called a Heritage Day. It's a day dedicated to spending time with family, celebrating family values, you understand, and close relationships and interactions in family. And one of the things that are being passed from families from age to age, generation to generation, is education. I mean, as the generations go by, a lot of families are getting more educated, more PhD holders and everything. It's such a good day to talk about today's topic. Myths about family involvement in education, and bonus points plus the truth that will set you free. So I'll be discussing three myths with you today, and let's just jump right into it right now. Number one, if you observe, I said that myth about family involvement in education. Actually, this is an extract from a course I took last year with Harvard Graduate School of Education. I took a course last year with Harvard Graduate School of Education, and I thought to bring you this from the course. The course is actually family involvement in education. So if you observe, we are not saying parental involvement in education. We are using the term family involvement in education because education, the 21st century education setting, has realized the fact that people that help, like people that are involved in a child's learning, they are much more than the parents. They are grandparents, aunties, uncles, and even to that auntie down your street that you don't even know how you are related, but somehow you call her auntie and you've always known her to be your auntie. I mean, Nigerians, share Nigerians everywhere, people all over the world, there are people that related to us, maybe church members, members of our community groups, religious leaders, that we've just all grown together. So it is much more than two the child's parent, you understand. Every adult involved in a child's life, every family member is recognizing involvement in education. That's number one thing that we probably need to understand, like understand before we jump right into it. The first myth is that people usually say that family involvement equals attending PTA meetings, and I laugh a lot. I mean, okay, so it's true, really. It is true that a family that is involved in a child's education is more likely to attend PTA meetings, you understand, online, offline, you understand, or coming to school events. But let me use this analogy to help you understand it. For example, the fact that somebody is eating doesn't mean that that person will, you understand, will be well nutrition. It's possible that somebody is eating and still has, you understand, it's still malnourished. It doesn't have what they call, it's not still eating a balanced diet, you understand. But the fact that that person is eating reduces the probability of the person being malnutritioned, you understand. So that is how it is with family involvement and attending PTA meetings and school events. The fact that somebody is attending PTA meeting and school event doesn't necessarily mean that that person, you understand, and that family is involved in the child's learning. So the truth that will set you free on this point is the fact that family involvement means being aware. Please note this definition. Family involvement means being aware of a child's learning and fostering at home what has been taught is in school. You understand? So if you are really involved, it means that you know what's happening in your child's class, and you are fostering what your child is learning. It's said in education, and I've always said is that, you know what, actually, with schools are supposed to teach knowledge, they're supposed to teach life skills and all of that, and those things are supposed to be reinforced at home. While at home, a child is supposed to learn morals, values and all of that, and those things are reinforced in school. So school and family work hand in hand. You understand what we're saying? Okay, so the second myth about family involvement in education that I would like us to know is that people say that the high flyer kids do not need as much family involvement. Fam, you guys, that is a lie, a big lie. You know, there's a tendency, there's a tendency to say, oh, this child is doing well, high flyer, getting A's and everything, so as a parent, as a family, I don't need to be involved. That is not true. The truth of the matter, the truth that will set you free on this point is the fact that all kids need their families to be actively involved in their learning. So aside the whole academics, you understand, academic achievement in school, a collaboration between home and school will help the development of character. You know, we already said that some things are supposed to be taught at home and reinforced in school, and some things are supposed to be taught in school and reinforced at home. So aside academics, a collaboration between home and school will help in the development of character, emotion, financial literacy and other areas that school assessment may not reflect. You understand? Like we always say that the current assessment and evaluation tools in schools are very flawed because there are some things that are not captured. So when home and school are interacting effectively, those things can be properly captured. You understand? Feedback here and there can help these things to be captured properly, appropriately. Okay, so another thing that another thing that we should note is that when there is good, you understand, good interaction between the family and the home, it helps the child in the long run. I watched one TEDx one of those speeches. There was a lady that came to speak. She was like, she was doing so well in school and her teachers were like tired of her. I know she was just always getting all the grades and everything. So one day her family just came to school. I think her parents and her siblings just came to see her in school, in high school, like maybe it was an open day or something. So when they came to see her, the teacher now recommended a program with Harvard for high flyer kids. So she did something like A levels and everything, and that helped her. Then she went to college after. You got that kind of thing. So when there's good interaction, teachers can also recommend. Parents can also say, oh, I observe that my child, you understand, this and everybody can work together. So it's very important that home and family, you understand, like there's a good collaboration between home and family. So you get that myth and you get the truth that will set you free on that. Okay, this is a quick episode and we'll be jumping right to the third myth about parental involvement in education. Let's go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
The Blind Path.
All right, welcome back. This is our episode on Family Day, and we are talking about three myths about family involvement in education. We've spoken about three myths already. Thanks for listening up to this point. Ensure you listen to other episodes, share with your friends, comment, and let us know the kind of book reviews and insightful conversations you'd like us to talk about. Okay, so the last myth about family involvement in education is that family involvement is one of. Okay, so a lot of people feel that, oh my god, once my child is in primary school, I can rest. Once my child is in secondary school, I can rest. Once my child is in college, I can rest. No way. We always say that parenting is not something you ever graduate from. In fact, you would even what they call it, you would even go to higher school. I mean, you graduate from being, you can never leave the school of parenting. You graduate from being a parent to a grandparent to a great grandparent and stuff like that. So don't even think that family involvement in education is one of. Never. It is continuous, although the kind of involvement that you would have with your child would change. I mean, if you're in primary school, for example, a very good example is this. So in primary school, you could give you could write notes. A teacher could write notes in the child's bag and give it to put in the bag, and the parents will look at the notes when the child gets home. But in secondary school, trust me, you are never going to do that. You can't do that. So you grab, like, your interaction with your child, the way school, child and parents are interacting would metamorphosize, you know, will morph over the years and everything. But the truth is that at every point in time in a child's life, there is always family involvement. I mean, even when your child gives birth sef, as Nigerians, we do omugwo, and then the mother goes to stay with the child and start to take care of the child and the newborn baby. You understand what I'm saying? So family involvement is never one off, it is a continuous effort. Thanks for listening to this episode. It was nice to talk about this with you. Have a very great day. Make sure you spend time with family and reinforce family values. My name is Oluwatosin Mugbadun Ade again. I will catch you in our next episode. Bye.